NASCAR Xfinity Series race is officially concluded from Charlotte Motor Speedway, and we see a lot of chaos, a lot of carnage, a lot of great racing, and Chase Elliott picking up the victory. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. I just got done watching NASCAR Xfinity Series race from Charlotte Motor Speedway, the BetMGM 300. We had quite a bit to talk about from this race. Let's go and talk about it. So for the green flag drop in today's race, Kyle Weatherman would have to go to the rear for unapproved adjustments. So at the start of the race, you had Ty Gibbs lead the field from the outside with Kyle Busch on the inside, and Ty Gibbs got a great run and was able to clear for the race lead. Ty Gibbs would dominate the early portion of the race, but Kyle Busch eventually got up there on lap number 22, challenged Ty Gibbs for the race lead because he had a much better long run car at the time, and eventually passed Ty Gibbs for the race lead. You also had Justin Allgaier, though, who was also charging his way up to the front. The first caution race would come out on lap 31 when AJ Allmendinger made contact with Riley Herbst. Looked like Riley Herbst came up the track a little bit, and AJ really had nowhere to go and ran into the back of him and spun out, and Riley Herbst hit the inside wall. Just a little impatience from both those guys. Riley Herbst's day would come to an end. So during the caution, Jesse Love, Chase Elliott, Anthony Alfredo, J.J. Gilling, and Kyle Sieg all stayed out where the rest leaders came down pit road. Ty Gibbs would then beat Kyle Busch off pit road because Kyle Busch had a bad pit stop, and Cole Custer gained a ton of positions as well. And Matt Benedetto also got a safety violation. So then on the restart, you had Jesse Love lead the field from the outside with Chase Elliott on the inside, and Chase Elliott got a great restart, was able to clear for the lead, but Ty Gibbs then shoved through the middle and went up 7 positions and was able to take the race lead, with Justin Allgaier jumping up to second. Meanwhile, Anthony Alfredo got into the outside wall and unfortunately had a flat tire and would come down pit road. Meanwhile, Justin Allgaier's car was really starting to come in, and he battled really hard with Ty Gibbs for a few laps, with eventually passing Ty Gibbs for the race lead. He pulled out the pretty decent lead, and coming out the final corner, Justin Allgaier would win stage number 1. So during this caution, Sheldon Creed, Brendan Poole, Jeb Burton, Parker Reslap, Chase Elliott, Jesse Love were among the guys that came down pit road, while the rest leaders stayed out. So then on the restart, you had Justin Allgaier lead the field from the outside, inside, with Ty Gibbs on the outside, and Justin Allgaier got a fantastic restart and was able to clear for the lead. Meanwhile, turn number 3, Ty Gibbs got a little bit loose, hit the outside wall, and got a little bit of damage, but was able to continue going. And then you had Sheldon Creed, who was starting to move up to the field along with Chase Elliott, and they were coming to the front, and they got up inside the top 10. Meanwhile, Ty Gibbs really started moving his way back up to the front and got back up into third position. And then we started seeing some really, really good stuff happening. AJ Allmendinger actually came down pit road with a flat tire at the time. But you had Justin Allgaier and Kyle Busch, who were starting to battle up front for the race lead, traveling back and forth, and they pulled out the pretty big lead. And then a caution would come out on last 94, Parker Clearman, who spun himself off of turn number 4 and hit the inside wall, unfortunately ending his day because his car stalled, and unfortunately his day would come to an end. Got a lot of damage on the left front. So you also have Brandon Jones come down pit road because he was developing a brake issue in the car. So during this caution, Sheldon Creed, Chase Elliott, Jeb Burton, Parker Reslap, Sammy Smith, Brendan Poole, and Matt Benedetto were among the guys, and Shane Van Gisbergen as well, were among the guys that stayed out, while the rest leaders came down pit road with Justin Allgaier winning the race off pit road. So then on the restart, Sheldon Creed lead the field from the inside with Chase Elliott on the outside, and Sheldon Creed got a fantastic restart and was able to clear for the race lead. Eventually, the guys on fresh tires really starting to come to the front, and it took about 6 laps for them to get up there, and Kyle Busch got the race lead with Justin Allgaier pursuing. But then the next lap, Justin Allgaier got a fantastic run on Kyle Busch and was able to pass him with 4 laps to go in the stage. Justin Allgaier pulled out the pretty big lead and would come off the corner and win stage number 2. So then during the caution, every driver would come down pit road except Noah Gragson, who decided to stay out, and Justin Allgaier won the race off pit road with Jesse Love gaining a ton of positions as well. But everything would change because Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, and Kyle Weatherman would get speeding. What's crazy is Allgaier and Hill were the first 2 off pit road. They would have to go to the tail end. So then on the restart, you had Noah Gragson lead the field from the outside with Jesse Love on the inside, and Jesse Love got a great push from Sheldon Creed and was able to pass Noah Gragson for the race lead. Justin Allgaier was starting to trade his way back up to the front and got up to 14th position. And then a lap 109, trouble strike for Kyle Sieg, who spun in turn number 2 just as Kyle Busch was taking the race lead from Jesse Love. So Kyle Sieg just got loose and spun out. So then during his caution, Noah Gragson, Cole Custer, Haley Deegan, Lee Honeyman, and Kyle Sieg all came down pit road while the rest of the leaders stayed out. And he had some drivers who had some extra tires. So then on the restart, Kyle Busch lead the field from the outside with Jesse Love on the outside. And Kyle Busch got a fantastic restart and was able to clear for the race lead. And then we saw some fantastic racing going on. Meanwhile, Sheldon Creed had to come down pit road because unfortunately he had a right front rear brake rotor that basically broke. His day would come to an end. Tough break for Creed, who was having a very solid run. This would take him out of contention. And this would also send his day. But while that was going on, we had great racing between Kyle Busch and Jesse Love and Sam Mayer. They were trading the lead back and forth, and they were battling side by side really hard for the next 10 or 15 laps. Some really excellent racing, but eventually Sam Mayer was able to clear for the lead and started pulling away. And then on lap 143, green flag pit stops to start. Yes, Shaman Gisberg and AJ Allmendinger come in. Then the next lap, Jesse Love came in. Then the next lap, Taylor Gray, Ryan Sieg, Austin Hill, Jed Burton came in. Then the next lap, Ty Gibbs, Justin Allgaier, Parker Reslaf came in. Then the next lap, Cole Custer, Chase Elliott, Chandler Smith all came down pit road. Then the next lap, Sam Mayer, Brandon Jones, Sammy Smith came in. Then the next lap, Noah Gragson, Anthony Alfredo. And then the next lap, Kyle Busch came down pit road, getting the leaders all down pit road. And this would basically hand the lead to Sam Mayer because Kyle Busch stayed out a lot longer. And Sam Mayer had about a 1 second lead over Ty Gibbs at the time, but everything would change with 31 laps to go, wherein Ryan Ellis spun from 24th position, got loose and hit the inside and outside wall, bringing the caution out. This would change everything. Noah Gragson, for whatever reason, decided to stay out, and Justin Allgaier won the race off of pit road by taking 2 tires. And then you had Chase Elliott, Shaman Gisberg, and Sammy Smith, who all had extra tires if a caution would come out. So then on the restart, you had Noah Gragson lead the field from the inside with Justin Allgaier on the inside, and Noah Gragson had a little bit of contact with Sam Mayer, went back to the bottom and lost a ton of track position and started falling back, and there was nearly a wreck right there. In turn number 3, Shaman Gisberg got put into the outside wall after Taylor Gray, just for whatever reason, didn't use his brain and forced SVG into the outside wall. Meanwhile, coming down the straightaway, contact would take place between Ty Gibbs and Justin Allgaier would hit the outside wall really hard, unfortunately ending his day. Tough day for Justin Allgaier, who's having one of the best cars and probably had the best car majority of this race. Unfortunately, Allgaier just made a mistake. Ty Gibbs was clearly there, and Ty really had nowhere to go, and unfortunately, Justin Allgaier kind of squeezed him in the outside wall, and Ty had nowhere to go. Just a racing deal to me. I'm putting more of that on Allgaier, though. Unfortunately, that's just one of those racing deals. So then we see a lot of guys come down pit road, including SVG, Ty Gibbs, and Noah Gragson. So then on the restart, you have Sam Mayer lead the field from the inside with Chase Elliott on the outside. And Chase Elliott got a fantastic restart and was able to clear Sam Mayer for the race lead. And then the final caution race come out with 15 laps to go when Cole Custer and Austin Hill had contact coming down the front straightaway. Then Austin Hill on a flat tire and went up the racetrack and collected Cole Custer and Chandler Smith, who all would get damage in the contact. Then during the caution, Austin Hill stayed on the bumper of Cole Custer and just intentionally wrecks him hard into the inside wall. That is completely unacceptable from Austin Hill, and I wonder if Cole Custer went up and confronted him because that is just uncalled for from Austin Hill. And every day I see Austin Hill do this kind of stuff, it makes me like him less. I don't understand that. That should be a suspension worthy because we saw what happened with Kyle Busch in 2011 where he intentionally wrecked Ron Horner Day and he got a suspension. I wonder if there's any sort of penalties coming from that because Cole Custer got wrecked for no reason, and that really wasn't even Cole Custer's fault to begin with. Austin Hill was the one that started that. That was completely uncalled for and just unacceptable. So during his caution, Cole Custer, Austin Hill, Chandler Smith, and Jesse Love all came down pit road to repair their cars. So on the final restart, you had Chase Elliott lead the field from the inside with Sam Mayer on the outside, and Chase Elliott got a fantastic restart and was able to clear for the lead as Sam Mayer got a really bad run and lost a ton of ground. So at this point, it's a race between Chase Elliott and Brandon Jones for the win. Brandon Jones' car which was really strong in the long run, and Chase Elliott had the fresher tires. Chase was losing a lot of ground about 1 or 2 tenths. As it came to 3 laps to go, Brandon Jones was about half a second back. Gets in the outside wall, but doesn't lose any ground, and he starts closing in. He cuts the gap to under half a second and starts making up a ton of ground. As it comes to the white flag, Brandon Jones was about half a second back, about 45 or 100 backs, was really closing in on him to try to get the lead. He tried everything going to turn number 3 to close, but it would not be enough. And coming out the final corner, Chase Elliott picks up his first Xfinity Series win of 2024, the second win for Hendrick in Xfinity this year, and another win for Chase Elliott in his NASCAR career. Chase Elliott did not have the fastest car by any stretch of imagination, but they made the right strategy call. And you think about that 17 number, of course, at the Indy 500 tomorrow. Maybe that's going to be a good luck charm for that 17 number with Kyle Larson competing in the Indy 500. Still, congratulations to Chase Elliott. Like I said, they probably got about a 5th to 6th place car most of the day, but they played the strategy correctly and gets a win, a big deal for the 17 team. Obviously, a significant number in Hendrick Motorsports history, with this being the 40th year of this organization. It's another win for the team. Kyle Larson already won this year at COTA, so congratulations to Chase Elliott picking up the win. Maybe it'll be some good momentum going into tomorrow. So now we're going ahead and take a look at the race results. I'll give my score and thoughts on today's race. So Chase Elliott picks up the victory. Brandon Jones finished second. Great run for Brandon Jones. His best run of the year for sure. Ran top 5 and top 10 all day long. Had a really fast car at the end. Thought he was going to run Chase Elliott down for the win. A really good confidence booster for a driver who is unclear if he'll be back in that 9 car next year. Sammy Smith finishes third. Fantastic run for Sammy Smith. Ran top 10 a lot of the day. Got some damage early, but they made that car better and finished his top 5. Great run for Sammy Smith. Sam Mayer finishes 4th. I feel like once Justin Allgaier lost control of this race, I think Sam Mayer actually had the fastest car. He dominated up until the pit stops, and if that caution does not come out for the pit stops after the caution for Ryan Ellis, I think Sam Mayer wins this race. Really great day for Sam Mayer, though. Another top 5, solid run for the one organization. AJ Allmendinger finished his 5th. Great comeback for him after his issues. And speaking of great comeback, Brandon Jones too. Really fantastic comeback for him after issues he had to finish in 2nd. Great run for Allmendinger as well. Kyle Busch finished his 6th. Kyle Busch had one of the fastest cars early. I don't know what happened to that car, though. It seems like they made some pretty bad adjustments. That's what you get when you have Keith Rodden as a crew chief. It was great to see Kyle Busch back in the Xfinity Series. He had one of the strongest cars today. Finished his 6th. So a really solid day, but not a fantastic day. But at least he led last in today's race. Ryan Sieg finished 7th. Solid day for him, finishing inside the top 10. Josh Williams finished 8th. Struggled in the beginning. They made that car better, survived a lot of the carnage, and they finished 8th. Great run for Josh Williams, who needed a good run. He's been struggling this season. Solid run for him. Ty Gibbs finished his 9th. I think he had one of the strongest cars in this race. Unfortunately, got that damage, and they really never recovered, but they at least got a top 10. Led a ton of laps today, and he finished his 9th. And Noah Gragson finished his 10th. Gragson played that strategy at the end, cost him a shot at the win. They had a top 5 car a lot of this day, and he does get a respectful 10th place finish. Good run for Noah Gragson. He's got 3 more races scheduled with Rhett Jones Racing. Good to see him finish inside the top 10. Kyle Weatherman finished his 11th. Solid day for him. Ran top 15, top 20 a lot of the day, and finished 11th. Taylor Gray finished 12th. Ran top 15 all day. Decent run for him. Jeremy Clements finishes 13th. Parker Reslap finishes in 14th. Shane Van Gisbergen finishes 15th. I want to give Shane a shout out. He ran top 15 and top 20 a majority of this race. They made that car better. If they didn't have that issue with Taylor Gray, I think he gets a top 10. Still, I'm telling you, he gets better every single race, and as the runs progress, he continues to get better. A very solid top 15 for Shane, who really needs to make up points. I think he's going to make up some points today because some of the drivers near that cutoff line had some issues. 15th, a pretty good run for SVG to finish inside the top 15. Anthony Alfredo finished his 16th, decent comeback for him. Jeb Byrne finished 17th. Chandler Smith, who struggled a lot of the day, was up front early, but that car was not good on the long run. He had some damage as well. He finished 18th. Kyle Seek finished his 19th. Haley Deegan finished his 20th. Expect her to struggle a little bit today. She actually ran top 15 a good chunk of this race, so she had some decent speed, which is surprising to see. Good run for her at the beginning. Faded though, played that strategy that cost her a shot, so she does get in our top 20, which will help in the owner's points for the organization. Another top 20, not a bad day for Haley Deegan. J.J. Ewing finished 21st. Dawson Cramp finished 22nd. Leland Honeyman finished 23rd. Garrett Smithley finished 24th. Austin Hill, after his issues, he finished 25th. Matt DiBenedetto finished 26th. Ryan Ellis finished 27th. Jesse Loved, after his brake issues, he finished 28th. Natalie Decker finished 29th. Patrick Emmerling finished his 30th. Brendan Poole, after his issues, finished 31st. Cole Custer, after crashing out, finished 32nd. Justin Allgaier finished 33rd. Really tough day for Justin Allgaier. Had one of the best cars in the field. His day came to end after that. Dean Thompson finished 34th in his Xfinity debut. Had some fuel pumping issues across him. A shot at a decent run. Was running top 20 at points, so not a great day for him. Blaine Perkins finished 35th. Sheldon Creed, after his issues, finished 36th. Park Clearman, after crashing out, finishing 37th. And Riley Hurts finishes last in 38th place. So now, let's talk about the overall race as a whole. I'll give my score thoughts on today's race. This race was really fun from start to finish. You had a lot of comers and goers throughout the field. You had a pack at one point in stage one where you had like 8 or 9 cars battling for like 8th to 15th, which is really fun and exciting to watch. And I thought the racing itself was excellent. Some really great battles up front. That battle between Sam Mayer, Jesse Love, and Kyle Busch in the start of stage 3 was excellent and really fun to watch. Charlotte Motor Speedway has become a very racy track in recent years, and I think today was no exception. A worn-out, slick track where drivers have to be in control. It was so fun to watch. Multi-grooves being available. You had guys that could run the bottom, and you had guys running the top. I think that made for a very excellent and fun race. It had a lot of chaos and some dry points for sure, but you're going to have sometimes great races that have dry points. My score today's NASCAR Xfinity Series race is going to be a 9.2 out of 10. I thought it was a very fun race for sure. Had a really solid ending. Getting close up front. Thought Brandon Jones is going to get to him. A 9.2 out of 10 is my score. So, that is going to be today's NASCAR Xfinity Series race review from Charlotte Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support my Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's race. What are your thoughts on today's race? Let me know below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And congratulate Chase Elliott on picking up the victory. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Later tonight on the channel, we'll have reactions to Coca-Cola 600 qualifying. We'll talk about the pole winner later this evening. And we're also going to have the SVG video dropping very shortly. And then tomorrow, of course, we got a lot of great content. As it is Memorial Day, we'll have a lot of great content dropping tomorrow. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. And I'll see you guys next time for more awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.